Good morning, students. In the previous session, we are discussed about CV, means curriculum vitae, and resume. What are the difference between curriculum vitae and resume? And what are the essential or quality required for writing CV and resume? So, in this session, we are discussing about what is the purpose of CV, essential components of CV. So you can just study the essential and purpose of CV. First, you can go through the introduction. We have to heard that we need to send curriculum vitae when applying for a position with any employer. The questions becomes what is its purpose? The main purpose of having a resume done is to show employer that you do intend have the necessary qualification and qualities that he or she is looking for, and that you can intend perform the duties for the position you are applying for. The main purpose or CV is ensure that you get an interview with employer so that you can get the opportunity to clearly demonstrate the skill you have that match this job. To show that your intent have the relevant experience for this position, that you have other specific personal qualities that make you a match for this position, that you clearly understand what is specifically required of you in this job. Once you have well written curriculum vitae, you can then use it different purpose, such as bearing in mind that only 40% available vacancies are actually advertised. You can send in a speculative application to a company that you are interested in working for. You can send it into a employment agency, such as so many employment agencies there over Karnataka. So you can apply some agency to be added to their database as full resources, even in the event that your desired position should be arise. You can also send it in response to vacancy announced when putting in your application. It is important to always remember that CV should never be static documents. Never static. Now still, it is continuity. It should be tweaked based on the position that you are applying for. Purpose. To psychologist, purpose is an abiding intention to achieve a long-term goals that is both personal, meaningful, and make a positive mark on the world. The goals that foster a sense of purpose are ones that can potentially change the lives of other peoples, like launching an organization, researching a diseases, or teaching kids to read. Our sense of purpose will change over the course of our lifetime. Over the course of our lifetime. It is the Latin word from CV. What is CV? It is derived from Latin word. It is translated to course of our lifetime, our life. Similar to this. As we grapple with our identity as tense, settle into a responsibilities of adulthood, and make the shift to retirement, the research find that our sense of purpose will naturally wax and wane. Like happiness purpose is not destination but a journey and practice. That means it is accessible at any age if we are willing to explore what matter to use what matter to us and what kind of person we want to be and act to become that person. If we are able to revisit and renew our sense of purpose, we negative milestone and transitions. Suggest this research then we can look forward to more satisfied, meaningful lives. Purpose means the reason as to why something is said or done or the causes behind a certain situation or circumstances or the way of things. It could also be used to denote an individual's or a collective group interest. The real purpose of CV. The purpose of your CV is not to get the job, it is to arrange an interview. The main objective of your CV is to communicate to the recruiter that this particular job is the logical result of your career path. Your CV has to evoke the desire to meet you. In other words, your CV is not the place to demonstrate what you are looking for. It is to show why you are the perfect candidates. There is a plenty of time to talk about yourself in the interview job. Essential, a CV is designed to summarize all your academic, professional and personal achievements in order to entice or interest a hiring manager when applying for a new job opportunity. From my experience working in some other area or different area, the CV internal part of the job application process. I often asked, what do I need to put in my CV? For the most part, the basic principles for writing a good resume have not changed much over the past few years. A key component of great CV is a personal statement that make an individual stand out. Try to avoid cliched phrases such as team player or diligent. Instead, focus on the facts, your experience, and unique skills which will make you an excellent candidate for the role. The most important point, which is often neglected when the people are researching intensely, is tailoring your CV to the role you are applying for. Whether you are applying for one job or 100 jobs, invest the time and write a relevant sentence or two in your personal statement. A small points such as this can truly differentiate you from the crowd and they convey clear evidence of your genuine interest in the role you are applying for. how long should my CV? Okay, asking how long should my CV can be kept, can be continued. In another question we often receive, there is no of there is no definitive answer. However, there are points to be considered. You have to be informative as you can in the most concise manner possible. Be direct and specific. Use bullet points instead of long sentence where possible. A 2 to 3 pages document is often a good guide. However, keep in mind that CV are an individual tools which should be used as your own personal branding and sales pitch. Cutting out important information that could get you the job because your CV goes over the suggest limit could be counterproductive in a long run. Both hiring managers and recruitment will take approximate 6 seconds to form an initial opinion as suitability when reviewing a CV. They will then take further 20 to 30 seconds to do full evaluation. This is the decisive point you need to grab and keep under readers' attention in order to get them into notice you. When speaking with healthcare professionals, I consider it part of my duty to offer advice and support regarding all aspects of their resume. I have provided brief outline structure I suggest candidate use. Name and contact details, person summary, statement, person summary or statement specific to role you are applying for, educational professional qualification, employment history, registration or professional license, continued professional development, further training, professional personal skill, habits and interest, and reference available upon request. Liaising with hiring manager on the day-to-day basis allow recruitment professionals to understand the fundamental of role and in turn allow us to identify what your client would like to see on the CV of prospective applicant. This one of the many reasons it's crucial to always take the guidance of your recruitment consultant before agreeing to submit your CV. For more handy hints and tips from here, check out our other on CV writing and interview techniques. The following is the list of the information I recommended you including you within your CV. Try to put them in this order and remember to brief and to be the point and to the point. Make sure you include the highlights, the positive aspects of your experience and achievements. So your personal details. When completing this session, you should include the following details: your full names, address, date of birth, nationality, contact telephone numbers including home and mobile, email address. Your personal statement is, I will explain. To begin with, try to write a brief and to the point statement about yourself, making sure you are including the keyword the best describe your character. Some effective word to use when describing yours might include ambitions, enthusiastic, motivated, and caring, trustworthy, meticulous, sense of humor, drive, character, determination, will to succeed, passionate, loyal teamwork, hardworking. The above words are all powerful and positive aspects of the individual's character. Try to try to think of your own character and what positive words you can use that best describe you. Within your profile, describe, try to include a statement that is relevant to your and that will make the assessor think you can also right person for the job. Although I have already provided you with one for a retail customer service assistant, here is one for the role of physical training instructor. I am an extremely fit and active person who has great deal of experience in this field and I have track record of high achievement. I have very good organizational and motivational skills and I am always striving to improve myself. I believe that I would embrace the challenges that this new role has to offer. What are the basic elements of CV? Whether the potential employer asks to see your curriculum vitae or resume, they are looking for on things a document that proves why you are the ideal candidates to invest their time and money in. Essentially, it is sales brooch pinpoint the interesting USPs. USPs means unique selling point that make you stand out from the crowd. There is no university accept format, but your CV should cover these elements. Nobody can accepted your CV before the following but not included in your CV. Your details. First, I will talk about your details, including your name, address, phone number, and email address, so an interested employer can contact you easily. Information such as nationality, age, and driving license status are optional. Personal statement. One paragraph that immediately capture the attention of your reader and entices them to find out more about you. Be careful not to be crammed too much in. Instead, take your main skill and relate it to the job you are after to show employers why you meet their needs. Then work experience. The list your most recent more recent position first, continuing in reverse chronological order, including the name, location, website, and date of your employment of each company you have worked for. Aim to use bullet points whether possible to highlight your responsibilities and achievements in each role so the person scanning your CV can quickly match up your experience with their job description. Next, education. Again in nerves, the chronological order give brief details of your academic and professional qualification along with the grade you achieved. If you are looking for your first job, since leaving education, including this information above any work experience. Skill. Whether you release it or not, you will have picked up many skills over the years, some tangible, some less so, including every IT package or program you have used, as well as any foreign language skill you have gained, and state whether you are at basic, intermediate, or advanced level. Skill success as communicate and project management are harder to substantiate and should be backed up with examples. Habits and interests. Including these is optional and often used to fill up space at the end of the document. The idea is to give interviewer a more rounded picture and perhaps something more personal to discuss and interview. Reference. It's not necessary to listen reference on your CV, but you should state that details are available on request. If this is your first job, it's a good idea to nominate tutors or mentors. You will obviously need to choose reference that you are confident will go positive remark, but you should also make sure the word would be easily contactable by potential employers when the time comes. Next, a clean and simple layout. Always keep your CV to 2 pages of A4 size. It should be clear at anyone reading your CV whether it find the information they are looking for, with enough white space to ensure they are not overviewed at the first glance. The purpose of this document is not to get you the job, but to get you an interview. Always remember, you are not writing a CV for yourself, you are writing it for your reader. As you write your CV, put yourself in their shoes, keep it short, to point, and above else interesting. Due to high value applications they receive, a recruitment will generally spend a most 20 seconds initially reviewing each CV. So it's improvement to get it right. If you follow the structure outlined above, you are on the right track to presenting the information in a cleaner, concise, and preciously way. Last point, thinking to watch out for. Time spent, make sure your CV is crisp and relevant is always time well spent. There are plenty of simple mistakes that are often overlooked that will be written your reader off before they have gone much further than your name and address. Resist the urge to judge up your CV with image or colors. Still clean off long paragraphs. Careful use the bold type can be effective but not overdo it. Underlining should be reserved for website link only. Use typeface like Times New Romans or Arial, they easier to read. Avoid using font size smaller than 11 point. employer would not strain their eye to read it. Next, do not use text speak and only use abbreviation if they are universally known. And finally, check for the spelling or topographical errors. Any errors are your responsibility and are one of the first thinking employers use to weed out the weaker candidates. Even if the role you are after does not require a high level of literacy, spelling errors, extreme lack of care, which is an undesirable qualities of for any recruiter. Do not put all your faith in a spell checker, as many are set to American setting as default. If you are not sure about word, looking at dictionary. So before including your resume, part of should be included in your resume. 6 part of should be included in your resume. Includes or CV. Before that, you can discuss some information, contact information and identify. First of this one 6 part you should be included on your resume, contact information identity. First, all should be easy to spot to your name and contact information. If you feel comfortable with including them, you could also add link to your Twitter and LinkedIn accounts. Of course, all of this is petty obvious, but would you say your contact information is visible enough at first glance? Since recruiters will only spend about 30 seconds on your resume, you will do well to make sure this essential information stand out. Then you can discuss the 6 part your should include on your resume or CV. While resume vary depending on your career and education level, as well as the types of position you are applying for, the following 6 components should be typically be included for your resume. First, contact section. The contact section should be at the top of your resume and it include your first and last name, address, email address and phone number. If you would not feel comfortable putting your full home address, you can simply list your city and state. Depending upon the job you are applying for, you may also want to include your social media platform, blog or website. Your contact information should be stand out from the rest of your resume. So potential employers do not have to search for it. You can make your contact information broader or a larger font than the rest of your resume to make it easy to see. Resume profile, objective or summary. After your contact information, you may choose to include a resume profile, objective or summary depending upon your preference and goals. In general, these can be helpful if they consciously describe your immediate employment goal, but it is not an essential component of successful resume. You may prefer to include any objective or summary in a job search letter or cover letter instead. Next, resume profile. A resume profile is a quick snippet of your skill and experience as it relates to your relates the specific job you are applying for. You will need to modify your resume profile each time you apply for different position. Resume objectives. A resume objective is another optional selection you can including that is always unique to each position you apply for. An objective provides the potential employer with an overview of goals you have for your employment. An example of resume objective could be the following: to secure a position as a marketing manager with a reputable organization where I can utilize my extensive marketing training and skill. Resume summary. This optional part of your resume is 1-2 sentence or a list that outlines your top skills, experience and achievements as they relate to option you are applying for. Your resume summary could include information like years of experience in particular job or industries, skills you possess that are intended for position, and any specific achievements that demonstrate your eligibility for the job. Source for CV content.